All right, good afternoon, everybody. We are letting people in from the waiting room, so we will get started in just a couple of moments. So if you will, please mute yourself, and we will get started in just a couple moments. All right, we'll give it just another moment and we'll get started. So please mute yourself if you're not already. All right, it is 2:05, so we will go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Salute to Excellence Call for Entries kickoff call. My name is Megan Flippin, and I have the honor of serving as the CEO for the Center for Nonprofit Excellence of Middle Tennessee. So as we begin, again, if you will, please mute your microphone just throughout the event to ensure that we have no background noise. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop those into the chat box. And there will be a point in the session where we will answer any questions that we have today. We are recording this session, so these materials will be shared to our website at the end of the day. And most of the materials that we'll reference today will also be shared to the website as well. So let's get started, and we'll turn our attention to the 2025 Salute to Excellence Call for Nominations. The call for nominations is an opportunity for members to gather and ask questions about the application process for Salute to Excellence. So today you'll hear from some of our sponsors and supporters, and we are excited that this will mark the 31st anniversary for the Salute to Excellence Award. This event has such a rich history of recognizing and honoring outstanding achievements in the Middle Tennessee nonprofit community. Finalists and winners in each award category will receive cash prizes and community recognition for exemplifying excellence in a variety of categories. And over the past 3 decades, Salute to Excellence has become a symbol of celebration, impact, and excellence in the Middle Tennessee region. Since its inception, Salute has honored more than 600 nonprofit organizations and awarded nearly $4 million in cash awards. Salute continues to be among the largest events of its kind in the country, and this year's event will take place over lunch on November 6th at the Music City Center. We're honored to be part of this legacy alongside you and excited to continue the tradition of celebrating and uplifting the incredible work that nonprofits do in our community, because I know at this time we need to have that recognition and that celebration more than ever. So thank you for being here today, and I look forward to a memorable Salute season. At this time, I'd like to introduce Courtney Ross, Senior Manager for Community Engagement with Amazon. We're thrilled to welcome Amazon as the presenting sponsor for the 2025 Salute to Excellence. Their commitment to excellence and community impact aligns perfectly with the spirit of the Salute event, and so we're excited to have this impactful partnership. Courtney?
Great. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, Megan.
Thumbs up.
Okay, great. I apologize. This is like a running joke that I'm constantly on the go during this event every year. So I apologize. I'm going to continue the tradition. But hopefully, I know most of you. It is a pleasure to be here. My name is Courtney Ross, and I represent Amazon here in Nashville. And like Megan said, we are honored to be the presenting sponsor of this year's event. Salute to Excellence is just an amazing program, and we feel so strongly that what makes our community run is the nonprofit community. And this is such an incredible opportunity to honor all the hard work that's being done. We believe that strong communities are built by the people and organizations who are closest to the work. We're thrilled to sponsor you. In many cases, we're thrilled to work alongside of you through whether it's funding or volunteer activities, and we want to continue to show up in our communities. So we are so thrilled to partner again this year, and this year is presenting sponsor with the Center for Nonprofit Excellence at this event. I cannot wait to celebrate with you all. I will be there in person this year, and look forward to hearing more about the process. I wish you all luck. Thank you for being here. And again, thank you, Megan, for your leadership and for your team.
Thank you, Courtney, and thank you for your dedication to CNE's mission and by extension, all of the missions of our nonprofit sector. We are so honored to have Amazon as our 2025 Salute to Excellence presenting sponsor. So thank you for this significant impact into the nonprofit sector in Middle Tennessee. So in addition to Amazon's support as our presenting sponsor, we also want to recognize additional sponsors who make this event and our cash award prizes possible. And if we could share those sponsors on the screen at this time. We are thrilled to have Pinnacle Financial Partners and the University of Tennessee College of Social Work as our award sponsors. HCA Healthcare and TriStar Health and Craft CPAs as our Champion of Excellence sponsors. And we are thrilled to recognize the following as our Promoter of Excellence sponsors: Ascend Federal Credit Union, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, Ingram, Jackson National, First Horizon, JMT Consulting, and Studio Bank. Thank you also for your investment into CNE MT and our members. And it's also, I would be remiss to say, it's not too late to be a sponsor. And you can find out more information about that on our website or reaching out to our team at CNE directly. So it's also my pleasure to recognize two key leaders who have been instrumental in impacting our community through the various causes that they champion and support. Our 2025 Salute to Excellence co-chairs are Wanda Lyle and Jahari Matthews. And at this time, I'd like to invite Wanda to say a few words.
Thank you, Megan. And Courtney, I just want to add my thanks to Megan's for Amazon support and your personal support, along with the other sponsors for this important event. It is my honor to be a co-chair of Salute this year. As a lot of people know, I was an interim CEO for a year and really learned a lot about the organization, even more than I knew before, and really came to even greater appreciate the role that it plays in supporting our nonprofit community. And particularly this, this time when there's a lot of policy changes that potentially impact funding, I think the role that the Center for Nonprofit Excellence plays is even more critically important than usual. So it's a great opportunity for me and Jahari to be a part of the recognition of our nonprofit community and to lead a fun day that I think we'll have with the luncheon in November. So thank you for the opportunity to serve in this capacity.
Thank you, Wanda, and we really appreciate both you and Jahari for lending your expertise and your leadership in chairing this year's Salute to Excellence. So now we will briefly go over a few parts of the application process, share some important dates, and introduce each award that will be bestowed at the 2025 Salute to Excellence. So as we get started, Salute to Excellence again will take place in the form of a luncheon on Thursday, November 6th at the Music City Center in Nashville. Each finalist will receive 2 complimentary tickets to the event, and applications will open today and close on July 11th, with the finalists being announced on August 27th, and ticket sales will open shortly thereafter. So this year there are 10 awards, and each nonprofit organization can apply for up to 2 of those 10 awards. There are no required site visits. I believe that was something that had been taking place in the past, but we won't have site visits. Your application is your nomination submission for Salute to Excellence. And to qualify for a Salute Award, you must be a registered 501c organization, a member of CNE as of today's date, and have an active profile on Giving Matters. Organizations should also ensure that they have a mailing address that is based in Middle Tennessee and provide significant service to residents of Middle Tennessee. Local chapters of national organizations are able to apply, provided that those chapters are locally managed and have a tax exempt status and full financial information available at a local level. And we do have a stipulation in place that past finalists are not allowed to apply for 3 years events. So because there was not a year in 2023, if you were a recipient or a finalist in 2022 or 2024, you are not eligible to apply for that award in 2025. So we've gone through a little bit of information. As a reminder, this will all be on our website, and this recording will be shared, so you will have it to reference back after today's call. As we move forward with announcing each of the awards that will be bestowed at this year's event, we want to take a moment and introduce Gina Scott, who is with Pinnacle Financial Partners, a significant supporter of CNE's mission, and also an award sponsor for the CEO of the Year Award. Gina?
Hey everybody, so glad to be here with you today. As most of you know, Pinnacle is a huge supporter of the nonprofit communities where we serve our clients. And sponsoring an award recognizing the great work of the nonprofit staff and leaders is such an honor. We're thrilled when the CEO of the Year Award became available for us to sponsor, and it gives us the opportunity to show our passion for supporting such awesome CEOs and so many leaders throughout the nonprofit community. I'm really excited to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina, and thank you again for your support. We're so appreciative of your award sponsorship. This particular award recognizes the importance of executive leadership in an organization's achievement of mission-driven results. So as it's named, it is for CEOs and executive directors. An award of $5,000 will be presented to the category winner and awarded to the nominating organization, with $1,000 each presented to the 2 finalists. The next award is the University of Tennessee College of Social Work Social Justice Changemaker Award. Try saying that fast 10 times. This award is a testament to the transformative work being done in our community, and we are fortunate to have Tony Murchison, Director of Outreach and Engagement at UTK College of Social Work, on the call with us today. Tony, would you please say a few words?
Hey, thanks so much. Yeah, welcome everybody. And we're excited. This is our 2nd year as a college to sponsor this award. We say, and we don't like to say, we have a Nashville campus, and we say that it's one of the best kept secrets in Nashville, and we don't want it to be a secret. So tell all of your friends who would like a degree in social work to come see us at our Nashville campus. But social justice is one of our key core values for social work. It's really important for all of our faculty, staff, and students. And we're just grateful to support this award, and we're hoping to get a good pool of applicants this year that we can honor. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony. So this particular award celebrates a minority-led nonprofit organization and their outstanding commitment to social justice. And again, the recipient will receive $5,000, with the 2 finalists receiving $1,000 each for their organization. The Board Member of the Year Award recognizes a board member who shows exemplary leadership, commitment, and advocacy in his or her role on a nonprofit board, especially in times of increased stress and crisis. An award of $5,000 will be presented to the recipient and the nominating organization, and $1,000 each will be awarded to the 2 finalists and essentially the nominating organizations for those finalists as part of this award. The Leadership Award will be presented to an agency that has gone through a time of intense managerial or financial stress and have turned things around through leadership, strategy, and vision. Again, an award of $5,000 will be gifted to the winner, with $1,000 each awarded to the 2 finalists. The Revenue Development Award recognizes nonprofits that developed new or more effective ways to generate sustainable revenue, such as fundraising or diversifying revenue through nonprofit or for-profit activities. And an award of $5,000 will be gifted to the recipient and $1,000 each to the 2 finalists. The CFO of the Year Award recognizes a financial manager who has enabled his or her agency to continue or improve its programs through sound financial management practices. An award of $5,000 is presented to the organization that the recipient represents, and $1,000 will be presented to the 2 finalist organizations. The New Generations Award recognizes nonprofits who have utilized specific programs, projects, activities, or campaigns that engage and attract new generations of constituents, stakeholders, and supporters. An award of $5,000 again is presented to the recipient organization, with $1,000 to each of the 2 finalist organizations. And the Frontline Caregiver Award, formerly known as the Radical Loving Care Award, recognizes individuals who are providing care or assistance to clients at a nonprofit and who are on the front lines providing essential services and caregiving. This award winner will receive $5,000 by the nominating organization and $1,000 each to the 2 finalist organizations. And next to last, we have the Sustainable Practices Award. This award focuses on the environmental impact and sustainability contributions that local nonprofits have made in the greater Nashville and Middle Tennessee area. An award of $5,000 will be gifted to the recipient organization and $1,000 each to the 2 finalists. And last but certainly not least, the Community Impact Award recognizes a nonprofit organization or a collective group of organizations working in the field of health and human services who impact and advocate for entire populations by working on long-term structural changes to eliminate barriers, expand access, or improve care for whole populations of people who lack access to resources. An award of $5,000 will go to the recipient organization or cross-sector initiative, and an award of $1,000 will go to each of the 2 finalists or cross-sector initiatives. So we've briefly reviewed each of the awards and shared at a high level the application process. A couple of tips that we recommend is to plan to spend at least 30 minutes to 1 hour in submitting for each award that you apply for. We do ask that you, once you submit, you ensure that you receive a confirmation email. If you do not receive that confirmation email, please reach out to our team at CNE. You can find all of our addresses on our website. But we just want to be sure that if you think you submitted it, that it was actually submitted and that we received it on our end. Again, the finalists will be announced on August 27th with ticket sales opening shortly thereafter, and then the event on November 6th. So we thank you to each of you for joining us for the informational call. And at this time, we will entertain any questions that our participants on the call may have today. Feel free to drop those in the chat. We'll give you just a couple minutes more to ask any questions. I know we were hopefully pretty thorough, but okay, there's a question regarding the CFO. Can the CFO be a board member acting as CFO? It is a financial manager, so if that person is an interim CFO, you can submit them for a nomination. We've got a question about scaling the review of the applications by nonprofit size. We do not currently scale them by size. We do have a panel of judges for each of the award, and it's a separate panel for each that are composed of the past 2 years recipients of that award, in addition to different community representatives and supporters of CNE. And we try to make those panels as balanced as we possibly can and representative of the Middle Tennessee community.
So Megan, I'll also jump in here. When I was conducting an interview with members, it was actually interesting. Large organizations thought smaller organizations had an advantage, and smaller organizations thought larger organizations had an advantage. So what I read from that is everyone has the same advantage. So encourage everyone to apply.
Thank you, Wanda. Can finalists apply for a different category? Yes, if you have been a finalist within the last 2 events, so 2022 or 2024, because there wasn't a 2023 event, you can apply for an award that you were not a finalist for in those last 2 years. So for example, if you were a finalist for the Leadership Award, but not the Community Impact Award, you could apply for the Community Impact Award this year. And I think the next question essentially asks the same thing. So yes, if you were a finalist in an award category, either in 2022 or 24, you cannot apply for that particular category until next year.
Megan, I think we missed one where it was like, I work for a global health nonprofit that has a base here in Nashville, but our work happens to be in Kenya. I guess they're asking if they're eligible.
Yes, I just saw that. So if you are not providing services in Middle Tennessee, you would not be eligible. You do have to be providing services to community members in Middle Tennessee. Thank you, Penny. We will make sure that those are updated accurately. And for the social justice changemaker, minority-led could be including women, yes. A question about, are there awards available for nonprofits based in Tennessee that are international organizations? I can't speak to that specifically outside of CNE's awards. We do honor organizations that are international organizations so long as they are providing some services in Middle Tennessee, but I can't speak for other awards, programs, or organizations. I'm not sure about that. Tony said, will this year's event be as fun as last year's event was? No, it will be more fun than last year's event. All right, we'll give you a couple more minutes to drop your questions in the chat box. And hopefully we covered everything pretty thoroughly because we don't have as many questions as I expected there to be. All right, before we sign off, I do see one question and we'll come back to that in just a moment. Our other event co-chair, Jahari Matthews, has been able to join us. So before we end the call today, Jahari, would you like to say a few words?
Thanks, Megan. And I'm so sorry for my tardiness. We had another meeting that ran over on the leadership side, but I really don't have much to say. I just want to say congratulations and thank you to Center for Nonprofit of Excellence for even just putting Salute to Service together, because the nonprofit community is such an instrumental part of who we are as a city. And so the role that CNE plays is just critical in making sure that we're highlighting all of the wonderful things that are taking place through our nonprofits, but also the challenges that our nonprofits face and the strong, capable individuals who are running these organizations, making our city so much better than what it is and serving our communities. So just thank you, Megan, for your leadership, and really excited to co-chair this year.
Thanks, Johari. Glad you're able to join us today. So to go back to the question in the chat box, how do you define new generations? Is there an age or demographic requirement? No, we don't have a specific demographic requirement or set levels. It is a demographic that is new for you, whether that's by age or gender or whatever that could look like. It's an opportunity that you've used to engage a new generation of constituents in your organization. And Karen has asked if there's a special website. Yes, right off of our main website, you will see events, and in that drop down, there is Salute to Excellence, and everything will be posted there after today so that you have information from this call and that you can use going forward. And of course, you can always reach out to our team if you have any questions or just need some guidance. I do want to be clear that our staff does not make any of the award decisions, with the exception of one award, the Lewis Levine Award, that we award to an organization that has played a significant role in investing in CNE. But all the awards that we presented to you today, those award decisions are made by groups of volunteers and community supporters and past recipients of that particular award. Great. All right. Well, we are right at the 2:30 mark, and I have not seen any questions come into the chat here in a few minutes. So with that being said, we will conclude today's call. We are so excited to celebrate with all of you on November 6th. We know in a year that has been extremely challenging, there's no better time to recognize the work of nonprofit organizations and the incredible ways that you are impacting those that you serve. So thank you for joining us today, and please don't hesitate to reach out if we can be of service or answer any questions to you. Have a great rest of your afternoon.
Thank you, Megan.